On the beat. It's the rundown. Everything you need to know. It's the rundown. Everything you need for show. It's the rundown. And I ain't even capping on this. Crypto blood covering every topic on this. Welcome to the show. Who didn't let me go? Breaking down the facts. There's more you need to know. Crypto politics and culture always keep it real. Teaching you the truth, showing you how I feel. Staying forward with me, and I break it down with ease. Every single day, bringing expertise, current events and trends I analyze with care. Knowledge is the power that we all can share. Yeah, y'all hit that like button, share the stream, and join the team. And you already know what the fuck going on. Shout out to my nigga Crypto Blood.
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.
Definitely doing it live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the rundown. Everything you need to know. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Hope everyone's doing well. I see we have X online. Back online. We're going to talk about that whole situation tonight, man. Ooh wee! It must be a lot of hey, you gotta have some big balls. You gotta have some big balls to be Mr. Elon, man, because he had to have known a target was gonna be placed on his back for even endorsing Trump. He had to have known. He had to have known. After seeing what happened to Trump over the last 8 years, I know he knew that it was going to be on and popping if he endorsed Trump. So this is what you got to deal with, Elon. People hating Tesla all of a sudden. Now you're a racist. You know, you're for the apartheid and all this stuff, man. They come out the woodworks for you. Well, I need y'all to come out the woodworks and hit that like button for me. That's what I need you to do. And if you're watching on X, please go follow me right now on X. Greatly appreciate it. Let's get this QR code out the way for now. I'm going to pull up X really quickly so you guys can go follow me over there. Crypto Blood _ is the name. Giving you the rundown is the game. Who we got in the building today? Trade Intuition, and he's back. Shout out to him. Slick Rick said this is the final shakeout. Not the rundown. This the shakeout. Okay. All right. Hyben 17 said it is the rundown. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Glad X is back up, man. I get a lot of love on my streams from X. Before we get into it, man, this is some bad and sad news. And again, another person that has been brutally attacked. Alex Jones, man. This guy has been put through the ringer. You might not like his style. He might be a little over the top with things. Sandy Hook might have gone too far. You know what I mean? For sure, could have gone too far with that. But people make mistakes, and people, you know, listen. He's got to sell. He's got to sell a show. He's got to. We're in the attention economy. Okay. So was his mistake, or even want to say deliberate dissemination of falsehoods about Sandy Hook, was that worth $1.5 billion? $1.5 billion? No, he'll never be able to pay that back. He'll never be able to pay that back. We got Wisdom Bars in the building. It's hitting close to home, man. His one of his reporters, unfortunately, and this is from Mike Benz, who said he's not safe. Mike Benz himself said he wasn't safe from all the whistleblowing he's been doing. But unfortunately, sad to hear and sad to see Jamie White brutally murdered or deleted in Austin last night after leaving the InfoWars studio and returning home. What do you think this was all about? I don't know. That's not in tonight's rundown, but I did want to just let you know shit is getting real. Okay. Hyben said Pizzagate was crazy for Alex Jones. It sure was. Man. Yeah, blockchain report. Shout out to the blockchain report. He pings me on X all the time. We're talking. Make sure you guys have your Blowfin accounts locked and loaded for tonight. Okay, if you don't have a Blowfin account, quickly set one up. I think most of my members have Blowfin accounts, so you should be eligible for tonight's giveaway, giving $50 credited to your account on Blowfin. Make sure you have your Blowfin account ready, the UID number ready and locked and loaded, because we'll be spinning that wheel tonight. Ken Bozak, Alex O, and Major Dow all on the wheel tonight because of their super chats this past week. Appreciate all three of y'all, and of course all my YouTube premium members. Appreciate each and every one of you. So definitely have that UID ready. This is sponsored by Blowfin tonight. Look at that beautiful wheel, locked and loaded and ready to go. All right, so for the rundown, we got to talk about, and I streamed for about 3 hours earlier today, live, showing y'all the trades live. We were spanking that ass today, boy. On the short side, we were getting them good. Okay. Let's take a look at the markets, man. Bitcoin's broken, clearly. Somebody said it was the shakeout, the final. And I ain't gonna lie, this V-shaped bounce. This is on the 1 minute. This is the chart that's available to you right now. If you scan that QR code, 1 minute scalping, you would have had a ball today. You would have more than paid for your subscription to this today, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin short activated this morning at 9:50, and it ain't looked back. I mean, taking profit all the way down. Even took some profit in the middle of this V right here. Being in the middle of the V is always a good thing. Amen. Taking profit in the middle of the V. And on Ethereum, same thing. We took some profits down here in the middle of that V as the markets start to look like right now make a strong move. The strongest move we've seen today off those lows. So what does that mean? Well, I personally think it doesn't mean anything. I'm being honest with you. I think this is a relief rally, a strong one, but the technical damage has been done, guys. And if the stock market isn't saved by some external factor, you just want to fade the rallies. At the end of the day, you want to fade the rallies. And what I mean by fade the rallies, you just simply want to either sell into strength, into the pops. And if you're more sophisticated, you can short into the rallies. But definitely you want to take some profits in the rallies. If you are long, you want to take some profits. If you're in the green, right? If you bought up here, then you kind of shit out of luck. You know what I mean? I believe that we should get a bounce at 70, 73-ish. Everyone is looking at this zone. I know. But the reason why I say I think we will go there, or maybe even lower, is because this is not really a crypto thing per se. Though this was a nothing burger, very disappointed with the crypto summit that Trump put on Friday. We waited all day. I streamed all day long, waiting for the crypto summit to start. And we got a nothing burger. He just called out names like we were in elementary school. People were like, present. Michael Saylor was like, present. The Winklevoss Trends, present. David Sachs, present. And then Trump dipped. He talked about FIFA really at the beginning of the summit for about 10 minutes. Then he dipped. Okay, so it was a nothing burger. I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe just appease his lobbyists. Clearly, they've lobbied to Trump and his administration to be pro-crypto. That's a clearly, right? So, you know, maybe that's what it is. It's just him fulfilling his obligation. Thanks for the like, my guy. Zero fucks in the building. Yes, shout out to Alex O for hitting 10K. He's gonna be at 100K soon, I bet. He's doing amazing. He sure is. One of the better traders that I've said this many times on my channel. I think he's a great trader. I don't say that about many. He is a great trader, ladies and gents. And so, yeah, I think we might end up heading lower and rolling over even some more. I gave you guys another call on X today. Let's just look that up really quickly. I put this out 11 hours ago at 10:45 a.m. this morning. Where were we at 10:35 or 45 this morning? Where were we in the markets? Let's take a look. So 10:45 this morning would have been right about here. In here somewhere. I can go to the 13-minute and really see where it was. 10:45. So about here. That's when we broke this zone here. And we failed to stay above the $83,000 Bitcoin price. I told you in the previous live stream that we needed to stay above there. And we couldn't seem to keep the momentum above that zone. We tried a couple of times, but failed. Double top, and we rolled over. And so I think we had lower, guys, and it's all because of the equity markets. Now, people are out there saying that Trump is the reason for the season, meaning you see this here from Simone. Is that a dude or? Oh, okay. Okay. We'll leave that alone. But Simone B's said Trump messed up the market with the tariffs. Is she correct? Drop a 1 in the chat room if you think Simone or Simone B's is correct about that. Did Trump mess the market up? Drop a 1 if you think he did. Drop a 2 if you think he didn't. My guy, the Maverick approach, responded, yes, but that's short-term thinking. That's a natural reaction in order to set the economy up for success down the road. I tend to agree with Maverick on that. However, this is the problem and why we've never been able to have a president with enough political will to do what he's doing. Because in the short run, it doesn't look good. And we always know midterms is always around the corner. Every 2 years, you got to try to keep the power, right? The Republicans, MAGA, got the power right now. And if you make moves like this, it jeopardizes potentially your ability to keep that power. Because your everyday person don't really understand why they're seeing the stock market go down. But I will say this. What they've been feeding us for so long is that the everyday man, Joe Sixpack, has stock. And that's really where the myth and the lie resides. Most people, if they do have stocks, it's negligible. It does. If the stock market doubled tomorrow, those individuals would not be in any better, really better financial position. So at the end of the day, we've heard Trump mention, and this kind of dovetails into one of the topics we're going to be talking about tonight, which is Trump. But he's not watching the stock market, and that should show you. And if he's honest, we'll see if that's really true, because if we continue to drop, I want to see if he's going to start paying attention to the stock market and pressure Jerome Powell, because he did in the first administration. He was very concerned about the stock market in the first administration, but maybe he's turned a new leaf and he truly is concerned about the solvency of this damn country. Who cares about a stock market at all-time highs if we're insolvent and we have a technical default? It would mean nothing. Jeff Moss says slurped up more ETH. According to anything for clicks, he said ETH is dead, my friend. What you think about that? Yes, man. Very true, bro. You gotta talk about the losses, man. There are no wins without losses in life, period. But definitely not in trading. Losses is part of the paying the taxes on that bad boy. That's part of paying the taxes, paying your rent. As a trader, that's paying your rent. This is a macro event. Trump said there's gonna be a little dip, pain, and never sell your Bitcoin. I don't know. That's what the hell they tell me. Never sell your Bitcoin. I don't know. That's what he said. John Germain says a 2. Jeff says 2. Trey says 2. Q2 will be back. 2. Unemployment figures were spiking before he came in. They don't want you to listen. They want you to forget that, bro. How about Big GZ? We've been in a recession since 2023. October to be exact. 2023. Oh my God, man. The Biden administration goes down as the most corrupt administration that I've ever seen in my life. I'm surprised they didn't pardon. What department does the economic numbers? Is it not BLS? Is it the BLS? Bureau of Labor and Statistics? Is that BLS? I think. Jeff Moses said the bull thesis is still on. Just got to survive this rough patch. Like the different perspective. So what's the low that you think is coming from the stock market? Good question, bro. I haven't even analyzed the stock market because I don't really trade it like that. But I guess I should, huh? If I want to know where the low in Bitcoin is, I got to know where the low in the stock market is. Now, I did see someone mention that the S&P 500 breached a critical area today. Let's go ahead and bring up the S&P. Mine as well. What is Spider? Spy? What is it? Spider? Is it? What's the ticker for S&P? What's the ticker for S&P? I forgot, man. Is it SP 500? No, that's not it. Somebody help a brother out, man. I'm not a stock guy like that. Let's see. Is it under indices? Yeah, there we go. Found it. SPX. That's it. SPX. All right, so the SPX, right? We got to just reset all this stuff. And if I go out, zoom out to the daily, turn off blood-alytics off on this chart. So from what I was hearing, we broke. Okay, here it is. That's exactly what happened. So look, we broke this area right here. This was an area of resistance twice, and then it became support pretty much twice, and now we've broken it. So where's the next area of support? You got to go to previous resistance. You don't go to previous support. That's a mistake. I'm going to repeat that. I just dropped a gem on you. Even though sometimes previous support does line up with previous resistance areas, you don't want to make the mistake of going right here and drawing a support line right here. That's previous support. Remember, previous resistance becomes future support. So the next area really is right here. That was an area of resistance. Boom. Then we came up and broke through there. And then we did get confirmation with a bounce off of there. I'll give it twice. It was a gap down on that session. What was that, last Friday? We gapped down, or no, that was over the weekend. So that was Friday and then Monday. So that was a weekend gap down, but we filled that and continued up. So next area is 5,200 on the S&P 500, which is roughly, that's 6.5% away from current markets. And of course, if you really want to get jiggy with it, you know, this is really probably an area of good support. Okay, which puts us at 4,800 on the S&P, but that's quite a ways away. We dropped that. If we drop 13 more that's just kind of. We dropped to that level. Bitcoin is at $30,000. Round of applause. Oh my God, Bitcoin is done, bro. So it's all predicated on whether or not we can get some bounces here. We do, you know, we could see tomorrow a move back up here. You know, we could see a move back up, like a pump fake, shake out all the shorts and then head back up. We could see that, but as of now, we did close a decent amount below that support line. We closed 1%, which is that's a big number in equities. So we'll have to see what happens, man. But those are the targets. The next target is 6% lower, which would probably take Bitcoin. If we go that low, I'm gonna be honest with you. If we go that low, ladies and gents, Bitcoin is going below $70,000, because 6% move lower in S&P 500 is at least a 10%, maybe 12% move in Bitcoin. Let me just see where that would land us. Oh, okay. No, that would take us to $70,000, $69,000, $70,000 range. Round of applause. So there you have it. It lines up perfectly. So we could see a move down the S&P to that level of 5,200 and still keep us in range for the local bottom that everyone is eyeing, which is about 70K. So round of applause. There you go. There you go. Still in line. So hope that is helpful for you guys. We got Alex on the building. Oh, no Diddy, bro. Oh man, no Diddy, my guy. We got Ben Simmons in the house. Brian Kelso is in the building as well. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Get ready for the giveaway this evening. Blowfin is sponsoring tonight's giveaway, so make sure you guys have your Blowfin accounts ready. I'm doing well, my guy. Doing well. Hope little buddy Alex O Jr. is doing good. I hope he's doing well. Have that UID ready, Blowfin, for the $50 giveaway tonight. All right, let's go ahead and keep it moving. Oh, and don't forget, I'm just seeing this. Don't forget, the scalping signal is ready for Bitcoin and Ethereum on the 1 minute chart, powered by Bloodlytics. All you have to do is have a basic TradingView account. That's all you got to have. Scan this QR code to sign up. Cancel anytime. You would have made, listen, you would have made enough for the whole year or more. It depends on how much you're trading, but today was a good day with the trades, the scalping for sure. First article or the next rundown tonight will be about this X outage. Yikes, what is going on with this? So apparently, and I witnessed this earlier today, tried to go live on X during my scalping session and couldn't go live. Now I could personally still see all the messages. I didn't have any like actual outages from the app, but I was unable to go live on X, and people as of literally 45 minutes ago were having issues with going live on Spaces. So I guess it's hit or miss. I'm sure the whole infrastructure of X is like in a cluster of clouds all around the country or world. So maybe not everyone is affected, but essentially X, formerly known as Twitter, experienced multiple outages on Monday, which continued into early Tuesday. Users reported issues with the platform Spaces feature, among other services. Elon has attributed these disruptions, guess what, to a massive cyber attack, claiming who other than Ukraine. Despite Musk's claims, some users and services noted discrepancies in how and when the outage affected them. Yeah, again, I could only not go live on X, but people are still having issues with the Spaces, clearly. But I'm seeing people on Spaces. So, like, I'm seeing Top Signal, my guy Top Signal, he's in the Spaces right now. The Dry Powders Room. That's a good name. Yeah, a lot of people are saying they can't enter Spaces right now. But let's take a listen to what he said to Larry Kudlow, earlier on Fox Business.
On X today, which shut it down and may have been foreign sourced.
Yes.
It's a big story. You want to give us a moment on that?
Well, we're not sure exactly what happened, but there was a massive cyber attack to try to bring down the X system with IP addresses originating in the Ukraine area.
There was a cyber attack on X today, which shut it down and may have been foreign sourced.
Yes.
It's a big story. You want to give us a moment on that?
Well, we're not sure exactly what happened, but there was a massive cyber attack to try to bring down the X system with IP addresses originating in the Ukraine area.
There you go. Libs of TikTok said, holy shit. Elon says IP addresses connected to the cyber attack. I keep wanting to say Cybertruck. Cyber attack on X today originated in the Ukrainian area. He goes on to say, Elon, there was still and still is a massive cyber attack against X. I like how he's got that X character. What's the Unicode on that? That's pretty dope. we get attacked every day, but this was done with a lot of resources, whether either a large coordinated group and or a country involved. Tracing, he says, ... Remember when Zelensky was in the Oval Office and threatened America? Well, it looks like he wasn't kidding. Nah, I wouldn't. This ain't a real threat, bro. Come on, DC Drano. You're going too far with it, man. You going, if you call this a threat, bro, this ain't, listen, this ain't stopping nobody. There ain't no vital resources that have been interrupted. X being down is not really a threat. I'm gonna be honest with you. John Germain said deep state hacking X. I agree. I don't even think it was Ukraine. It was probably our own deep state. Diana Palencia says, I'm down a lot. We're going back up. Diane, I don't know if you saw my analysis. We might go a little bit lower before we go higher. But I still don't think, and she's referring to Bitcoin. Let me just go back to it, because I want people to understand what's going on here really quickly. I still don't see us going above 87K. I still don't see us going above 87K. So basically, I see a scenario where we possibly go down to 70 range, maybe even do a flash, really hurt some people at 64. Come back up, boom, like this. And, you know, we kind of do one of these moves. So that's my take. Top side potential 84, 85 range. Lower bound, I want to say 70K with a potential gut, just bam, right to your gut. A Mike Tyson punch to the rib, the liver, bam, liver shot, boom. At $65,000 Bitcoin. That's possible. That is possible. ETF needs a defibrillator, right? It ain't helping at all, bro, which is diabolical. We should be way higher. We got Enzo in the building. Shout out to him. Thanks for tuning in, my guy. Jumping on from X. Blockchain Report said, yeah, me and the veteran crypto do a live stream Monday nights, and we had issues streaming to X earlier. I didn't realize that. I never see, I think I follow you on X. I never see an alert. Definitely like to check y'all out. All right, so let's I personally, like I said, this X thing is not a really big deal. It wasn't an attack on our liberty, and you know, sometimes, and you know, DC Drano I think he was one of the guys that went to the White House and held up the Epstein binder. So, you know, he's full on MAGA. Like, I'm MAGA, but he's like ISIS MAGA. You know what I'm saying? He's going down for the cause, boy. So he's been a little extreme there with that. All right. That's not the attack that he and listen, I felt a certain way when Zelensky said what he said about the United States. I don't know how other people didn't. I saw a few people on Twitter did take that seriously. That was a threat. I didn't appreciate that. I didn't appreciate Zelensky's threat towards us. So the threat wasn't taking down X. It's something much bigger. Potentially, I don't know if you guys heard, but the Secret Service took out a shot and killed someone right around the corner from the White House 2 days ago. Did y'all hear about that? Drop a 1 in the chat if you did, drop a 2 if you didn't. Maybe I'll bring it up really quickly, but Secret Service killed someone, got them a pack. They smoking on a pack, Secret Service pack. Right about now, shout out to the Secret Service. Shout out to the Secret Service for protecting the president and our money. Round of applause. Did y'all know that? Secret Service is over counterfeit money. They protect the government, they protect the president, and take up any counterfeiting bills situation that may occur in the United States. I don't know if you guys knew that. So Brian Kelsey said he didn't know anything about it. Wow. Zero Fuck says, for those who thought they missed Bitcoin at 100,000 are still not going to buy. You're right. No, they're not. It never works that way. It never works that way. Because when it gets to 70,000, people want to say, oh God, it's going to go to 50. I'm just going to wait. I don't want to. You got to hold your nose and buy at critical zones, not in the middle, not in gaps. You got to buy around areas where there are support levels. Trade said he didn't hear about it. Big GZ didn't hear about it either. Why not? Let's bring it up, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like. We got about 120 people on the stream tonight so far. Thank you all for tuning in. We're gonna do the giveaway in a minute, so stick around for that. Let's see. So let's just do this real quick. Let's see here if I can find something on this. FYI, we got a new Secret Service director, by the way, by the name of Sean Curran. I've never heard of him, but he was sworn in actually today, ironically enough. Let's see. I'm trying to find let's see if I can find it like this. Let's see. So this is from Geopolitics. Says here, breaking: U.S. Secret Service shoots armed. He was armed man near the White House. Agents identify the suspect after locating his vehicle. The suspect brandished a firearm during. Oh my God! Are you see? He just wanted to die, leading to shots being fired. He was hospitalized, and the incident is under investigation. So he did not become a patch. Round of applause, I guess, for not becoming a patch.
From the US
let's see
now,
what they got to say.
The
here.
US Secret Service has shot a man near the White House in Washington, D.C. That's according to our colleagues at NBC News in the States. It happened shortly after midnight, after an armed confrontation with law enforcement, according to the Secret Service there. They say local police had reported what they described as a suicidal individual who had possibly traveled to Washington, D.C. from Indiana. They later located a vehicle and spotted a person on foot who matched the description. They then brandished a firearm, the report says, and an armed confrontation ensued, during which shots were fired by Secret Service personnel, they've confirmed. The man was shot and has been taken to hospital. And this all happened on the intersection of 17th Street and F Street Northwest, which is near the White House in Washington, D.C. So just to reiterate, the US Secret Service has shot a man near the White House in Washington, D.C. He has subsequently been taken to hospital. Breaking news.
All right, there you go. There you go, buddy. Crazy, man.
He's coming from the US now. And
let's see what this guy says here.
Yeah, but I think if I fully destroy the corruption and the graft, they will kill me.
Oh,
that's a fucked up thing to live with.
Yes. So I'm like, Damn it.
Well, listen, I really hope they don't kill you.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I strive to be alive. But yeah, I mean, it's a real concern.
It's real in the field.
You know, I mean, there were two guys that before I supported Trump and everything. There were two guys that traveled to Austin to kill me. I don't know if you know about this.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah. And two separate incidents. One guy thought I put a chip in his head. Why? It has to be done. And I'm confident at this point.
You hear that? So they were going to kill him in Austin, where, ironically enough, Alex Jones guy just got murked in Austin, Texas. Shit is real, bro. Like, you really got some, you know, I know people don't like Trump and don't like what Elon is doing. These people are doing this when they have so much money. Money does not even mean anything to them anymore. They could be off on the beach somewhere. Trump could be at Mar-a-Lago without having the threat of planes going to try to crash into the joint. Like, he doesn't need this. He's literally doing this out of the kindness of his heart, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you have to understand. And I hate to say this, but I almost feel like there needs to be a wealth, and this doesn't mean that wealthier people aren't prone to influence. Okay, not at all. But I'm just saying, if you raise the bar and there's some threshold where you must be have a net worth of X amount in order to be a congressman, or I don't know if that's going to work, because then it'll seem like it's classism, right? Only the elite get to represent us. I don't know how you fix the situation, but the recurring theme here is that you have these congressmen and women coming in. They come in poor and just miraculously somehow making 100,000, 160,000 a year over 10, 15 years. Miraculously, they become worth 60 million, 40 million. How? This shit don't make sense. Clearly, we've been selling our country out. And so finally, you know, we got some people that don't need the money in here really trying to make a difference and clean up some shit before it's too late. And it still actually might be, it almost might be too late. I'm really interested to see this budget resolution, this continuing resolution bill, which is the bill for the budget, right? To raise the debt ceiling. I'm going to sit back and watch and see what happens, because this is going to be telling. This is going to be telling how the government reacts to this. We already got a few members on the Republican side that are saying, I ain't signing this shit. This is the same thing that we perpetuate. How's this helping us? And Doge take 3 steps forward. The continuing resolution bill takes 9 steps back. Or should I say, Doge takes 6 steps forward and the resolution bill takes 9 steps back. I think I like that better. I think I like 6 forward, 9 back. But at any rate, Big Jeezy said getting peak Gene Hackman. Oh. Man, that's some weird shit right there. That Gene Hackman hantavirus, they say, killed his wife, and then he just expired because he didn't know what the hell was going on. Drain the swamp comes with consequences, though, bro. Are people really ready to stand on the front line? Trump gonna sign that bill and Doge gonna go into overload, or Doge is gonna take a back seat? Time will tell, bro. If Trump signs the bill, Doge loses all credibility. And I've been a Doge supporter. Doge loses all credibility if you increase the debt ceiling by $4 trillion. I think Doge is saying it should in 2 years be able to find $1 trillion and some change to cut costs on. That's just a one-time thing. I don't think that's a recurring $1 trillion. That's just, they will be able to find 1 trillion plus in waste, abuse, and fraud. But bro, if you increase the debt ceiling by 4 trillion, it's null and void. It means absolutely you can just wrap up now, Elon. Go live in your tiny home and go send rockets to space and get the NASA astronauts and come back and then go to Mars, bro. It's a wrap. Chuck the deuces up. It means nothing. John Germain said the bill, delete the extra 111 pages. Right. Exactly. Increase the debt and cut the waste. I want my Doge dividend. Jeff, bro, I hear you, man. I hear you. What we got going on? We got some trade triggers just going down. Let's see what we got really quickly on the trade side. Bloodalytics. What we got going on here? Let's see. Oh, we got another take profit on the short for Ethereum. This was a good trade. This is my personal version of the 1 minute. A little bit more profitable, but still, you know, you get something good with the public one. But I end up entering a double short. So I went short here at 5, almost 6 o'clock today, right? And then I doubled up on that short. I doubled down right there, and boom. That was a great trade right there for sure. But yeah, man, it just doesn't. This is gonna be for me. This is gonna be a defining moment in whether or not Doge is serious or not. These niggas ain't serious. If Trump signs this bill, I don't even know if it's gonna get there. Hopefully, it doesn't even get to him yet, because they got to battle it out, because this is ridiculous. Like John Germain said, you got to get rid of the 111 pages, guys. We got to get rid of it. Doge will continue to cut, but will be I think he said given. I think he means given room to work with from the bill signing. But again, it's 6 steps forward, 9 back. No matter how you slice and dice it, Wisdom Bars, it's a failure. What else is a failure is Mr. Volodymyr Zelensky, midget man. This is horrible right here. So allegedly, and maybe it's not allegedly, maybe it is true. We'll see. Let's read this. From what I'm hearing, Zelensky apologizes to Trump amid diplomatic tension. So we're now hearing officially there's been a letter sent to the Oval Office, an apology from Volodymyr Zelensky. It says here, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has sent an apology letter. Get this music back up and running. To the U.S. presidential, United States President Donald Trump, according to Special Envoy Steve Witkoff. The apology follows an intense exchange in the Oval Office, highlighting a significant diplomatic interaction. Despite reports of this apology, and an aide to Zelensky indicated that he does not plan to apologize for their useful conversation. So maybe he's just about to crash out, y'all. We're done. I'm telling you, we're done. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought about this, and it's so funny. I noticed this. I felt like I noticed this happening, and then I heard political analysts talking about this. I think we are starting to align ourselves with Russia, and that's not a bad thing in my opinion. If anything, you keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Round of applause. Right? That's what you're supposed to do. If they're truly our enemy. Yeah. Vladimir Putin has done some horrible things, but if I had to go blow for blow, the United States have done way worse. So who are we to judge? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Yeah. So I think we are aligning with Russia, which will actually strategically be a good thing to do. They have natural resources. If we can get them to get closer to us, to our chest, that will take them away from China. China's the real enemy. The CCP is the real enemy. Okay. So if you can get Russia to come close to the US, F Europe. They're a hot mess. They need to be they're a hot mess. They have no real military power. They're really dismantled. Their ideologies are all over the place because they're really separate countries. They try to bring everybody under the umbrella of the EU, but you just can't do it, man. You got all those countries got different cultures, ideologies. It's a failed experiment. The euro is a failed experiment. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Yeah, pork. Right. Got to get rid of the pork. Got to get rid of the pork barrel. Canada is the enemy? Nah, I disagree. Canada ain't the enemy. Canada's got some dumbasses running it right now. Once Trudeau is out, Canada be straight. Canada be all right. They're not the enemy. They can't be the enemy. You got to be the enemy. There has to be a threat. To be the enemy, you have to be a threat. Canada is not a threat. I tell you this firsthand. I'm right on the border. They're not a threat. Detroit goons might be able to take Canada down by themselves. Shout out to all the goons. Shout out to all the goons in the D, man. I think the goons in the D, if Trump said go get them, we go front line and take out Canada by ourselves, single-handedly. I know Offneer is not going to think that. Russia has the main resources. Ukraine has the minerals. Correct. You're right. But Russia's is rich in resources, right? Gas, oil. So I'd rather see the US click up, which is crazy because it would align us with, like, proxy would align us with crazy Rocket Man up there, North Korea. So that's like almost having two enemies closer, right? So you got Rocket Man with you. You know, Rocket Man don't really F with nobody. He don't like China. He don't like South Korea. He don't like no one. So we can get, he mess with Russia though. So we can get Russia. That's almost a twofer. We get Russia and Rocket Man up in North Korea to align with the US. We take over Greenland. Boom. Now we're positioned well to keep everything at ease, because China is the true enemy, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that's just my two cents. So at any rate, I don't know how true this is. Nick Sortor says on Twitter earlier today, Zelensky has now personally apologized to the president for disrespecting him, as well as America, during the Oval Office meeting, per NYP. And I'm assuming they're talking about New York Post. I don't know. I'm not going to believe it until and honestly, if I were Trump, I wouldn't accept it unless it was public. I'm not accepting a personal apology because you didn't personally offend me. You did it publicly. So you need to reverse your sins publicly, just like you committed your sins publicly, in my opinion. So we'll see what happens with that, but I wouldn't accept it personally. I need a public opinion. This was interesting. Really quickly, another EU topic. And finally, they're correct on something. They said the EU claims President Trump's support for crypto could harm Europe's monetary sovereignty and financial stability. You're somewhat right. The problem is you already harmed your own monetary sovereignty and personal stability on your own without Bitcoin. Round of applause. If you didn't know, now you know. You already did that on your own. So, nah, not really. But at the end of the day, and this is where I'm unsure about Trump's stance on Bitcoin. I feel like it's a grift. It's a grift. It is a grift, in my opinion, to appease a new class of donors, potential influencers politically. That's what I feel. And because at the end of the day, guys, and you guys got to remember, man, I've been in crypto for what, since 2000, so it's been 13 years, 12 years. Bitcoin was supposed to be the antithesis of government. The antithesis of government, monetary policy, monetary systems, all that, right? So it's just so funny seeing Bitcoin being adopted somewhat by the US government, because either these politicians don't understand what they're doing, they're literally letting the Trojan horse in, or what is their plan? Because you have to keep the US dollar strong. That is one of the only ways we'll keep power in this new age of war. So we got to keep the dollar strong and in demand, which basically just saying that we need to keep the dollar strong and in demand essentially just means we need to keep the world buying our treasury notes, our T-bills, and really our treasury debt, right? Our bonds. That's what we need the world to continue to do. And that will keep the dollar strong. So we need that to continue to keep power. And so if we allow and introduce Bitcoin into the monetary system, it's only going to reduce the influence and power of the US dollar. So short term, okay, Trump likes Bitcoin. He comes to the Bitcoin 2024 conference and all of that. People want to see, he signed the EO for a Bitcoin strategic reserve and this and that. It's really not. I won't take him seriously until they start buying Bitcoin. If they start buying Bitcoin, then it's on. And it's a show that, hey, other countries are going to be on the race to buy too. At that point, it's going to create like a chain reaction. But again, why would the government, the US government I'm talking about in particular, why would it buy an asset that it has no control over? It can't control the monetary, the supply of Bitcoin. Only the US dollar. So there's no inherent power in buying Bitcoin for the US government. For the citizens, for the individual, yes, it is. But for a government, I'm not sold on it. Ukraine is the breadbasket of Europe. We would need to make friends with Russia, given how China is moving. Yes, agreed. How long before Cuba in the crosshairs? Cuba is a non-factor, really, in my opinion. I know, that is a point of potential launching. But again, think about this, bro. What was the Cuban Missile Crisis over? It was over Russia bringing their nuclears to the coast of Cuba. Again, if we bring Russia close to our chest, that eliminates any need for Cuba. So if you're playing war games, this is what I think we are doing. I think we're going to click up with Russia, y'all. We're going to need to. because it's going to be Russia, United States. EU is irrelevant. They about just work as bad as Canada. Irrelevant, right? But it's going to be Russia, United States. Go ahead and just say all of North America, right? Canada, just lump Canada, Mexico all into it, right? So North America, Russia versus China, potentially. I don't know where India stands. Like, I'm not too sure about India. Not too sure about where India will stand. But that's what it's seeming like it's lining up to be, which I think is actually a good move for the United States to line up with Russia. Mother Russia. All right, let's go ahead and kick this wheel spin off for tonight. See who wins $50 worth of USDT accredited to their Blowfin account. We're going to spin 10 times. That's it. We got to keep this show on the road. Let me go ahead and shuffle. I got everyone from this list locked and loaded. All 36 of you. So shuffle and spin. Hip Hop Gems, are you in the building? Let us know. You got 60 seconds to give me your UID number from Blowfin. Let me know if y'all see the Hip Hop Gems. Drop that in the chat room. Sometimes I don't see it. Ten seconds. All right. Let's shuffle and spin again, ladies and gents. Wisdom bars. Where you at, bro? About time Wisdom Bars wins. Just let me know you're still here, and you can just, if you want, send me your UID on Telegram. That's fine too. Just give me a message to let me know you're here. Let's shuffle and spin again. I don't know what happened to Wisdom Bars. He had an opportunity to scoop that 50. Top Signal. My guy, Top Signal. 3 spins. Let's do spin number 4. Let's go. Watch and study. Watch and study. Are you in the house tonight? All right, let's spin again. Spin number 5. CC Blitz, are you in the building? Drop your UID number for Blowfin right now. All right, what we got? Spin number 6 coming up right now. Let's go. I know my crypto space is probably not up. That's my brother from the UK. But we'll give him 60 seconds to drop that Blowfin UID. Spin number 7, lucky number 7. Who's gonna get it? All right, we got spin number 8. 2 more after this. King Chris Universe. Join the free Telegram trading room powered by BYDFi. Scalping, market analysis, swing trades, all that good stuff, all for free. So join in, scan the QR code to join that Telegram room right now.
Yo, it's crypto blood, Detroit flow, streaming from the D, knowing what to show, indicators are wrong point, OG since 12, invested in trade, living life like a pro, I'm rocker, Jerry, it's just bloods do, bad motherfucker in a good way, boo, got my eyes on the charts, ain't no time to sleep. Get that money, gotta keep it creep. That's why crypto blood, just the toasters on the line. Stacking my coin, got the market on my mind. Bitcoin,
all right, let's see. We got 2 more spins for this week. Blowfin giveaway, $50 giveaway. Let's go. Major Dow, super chat participant.
TVX, the Mike Slide Wire, American Pitbull, real gold buyer. Sound money advocate, vice defender. In the crypto arena, he's the top contender. From the gritty streets of the digital age, writes slaves wisdom, chapter and page. Silver, gold, he scores only the bold. Land, life, and liberty, these values hold. Constitution, deep dive, knowledge revival. Navigate the system, critical for survival. Rights engraved like inscriptions on metal. Pitbull in the game, lead foot on the pedal, foot on the pedal.
Crypto City says, might as well spin one last time. That's what we're about to do, man. We got 1 more spin. Shuffle. Hopefully you win, Crypto City. Let's see if Crypto City can win this one. Y'all gonna say it's rigged if he does. King Tech HD. Are you in the house? Drop your Blowfin UID number right now. Let's go. You know, I'm feeling. Let's go ahead and Crypto City, man. Let's go ahead and run it one more time. Why not? Why not? Let's run it one more time. I'm trying to get my guy Crypto City to get him a Blowfin $50 piece. Let's see. Let's see. Come on now. Oh, couldn't do it, man. Crypto Music Cap. I know you. I've never even heard of you. I think you were gifted a membership, but hey, we'll give you 60 seconds to claim your $50 on Blowfin right now.
No gin on the beat.
Red Nugent on the beat.
Everything you need to know, it's the rundown. Everything you need for show, it's the rundown. And I ain't even capping on this. Crypto blood covering every topic on this. Welcome to the show. Who didn't let me go? Breaking down the facts, there's more you need to know. Crypto politics and culture, always keep it real. Teaching you the truth, showing you how I feel. Stay informed with me, and I break it down with ease. Every single day, bringing expertise, current events and trends, I analyze with care. Knowledge is the power that we all can share. Yeah, y'all, hit that like button, share the stream, and join the team. And you already know what the fuck going on. Shout out to my nigga Crypto Blood.
All right, y'all. Let's get back to the show. Wrap up for tonight's rundown. Let me take a screenshot of this so we can see all the people that did not make it or had the opportunity to get that $50 and blew it, ladies and gents. Just complete blew. All right, let's take a look at I want to check out this message from, I guess, this guy Steve Witkoff talking about the apology. I don't know how he got the info, and Zelensky didn't.
He apologized for that whole incident that happened in the office. I think that was an important step. And there's been a lot of discussion between our teams and the Ukrainians and the Europeans who are relevant to this discussion as well. And I would like to describe it as progress. And so I would hope.
That guy lying through his teeth.
Zelensky sent a letter to the president. He apologized for that whole incident.
Lying through his teeth.
I think that was an important step. And there's been a lot of discussion between our teams and the Ukrainians and the Europeans who are relevant to this discussion as well. And I would like to describe it as progress. And so.
Yeah, I don't believe it. I need more. We don't believe you. We need more people, ladies and gentlemen, like Jigga said. I don't believe you. Now, this last one is, boy, this is crazy. And I believe there was a country back early in the COVID times. A country attempted to do this. I don't know what happened with it, but we have Missouri. I call it Misery. Shout out to everybody in Misery State. Anybody out there in Misery State? Kansas City, Misery. Show me some love. I found out that's what people call the state of Missouri, who's on the border. You know, Kansas City kind of like on the border, right, of Kansas and Missouri. So the people in Kansas call people over in Missouri misery. The state of misery. Missouri judge finds Chinese. I found that out when I was out there at went to a NASCAR race. My first one ever, actually. It was great. That was a great shout out to God, what's the name of that startup? I can't remember right now. That's sad. I just remember I was out there with Crypto Mason is what I think he's called, and his girlfriend or wife or something. We all were out there at the racetrack, man. That was an amazing experience. Amazing experience. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up really quickly. Let's go to photos before we wrap up for tonight. Let's see if I can pull that up. All I gotta do is type in misery. It should geo-fence it. I guess not. Yeah, here we go. This was it. This was dope. People were thinking they were going fast. I'm like, not in my book, man. I'm doing NASCAR numbers on the lodge all the time, baby. All the time. Let me see if I can bring up another picture. Yeah, I was in the pit, man. I was right in the middle of all of it. It was really, really dope. I think Jordan was actually there. I didn't get a chance to run into Jordan, but he was there. That was pretty dope. I have to do another one this summer. Definitely going out to another NASCAR race, man. I didn't know it was that dope. I did not know it was that dope. Shout out to Amina. Amina was out there too. Shout out to Amina. Shout out to Amina. Oh, Amina, I miss my girl. Amina, where you at? All right, so let's get back to misery. So misery judge finds China government liable for 24 billion. You heard it, 24 billion in damages for hoarding protective equipment during COVID pandemic. They really should be suing them for the pandemic. How about that? For causing it. That's what one country was attempting to do, and then they got hushed real quick. Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey secured a $24 billion judgment against the Chinese Communist Party on Friday after a federal judge found the U.S. adversary liable for damages related to the hoarding of personal protective equipment during COVID-19. Not only did they hoard personal protective equipment, they actually hoarded medicine. They're not even talking about that. Pharmaceuticals. Other things. Like, these guys are outright the enemy. And I know we got to play nice, but bruh, it's getting a little out of hand. And what I'm hearing, the whole New Jersey situation was probably China. The drones, the mysterious drones flying over New Jersey might have been China. And the U.S. just didn't want to admit it. The judge agreed with Bailey that China had violated state and federal anti-monopoly laws, and by doing so, the state suffered significant harm in the form of lost net general tax revenue, heightened PPE expenditures. During the early months of the pandemic, Missouri spent millions on PPP than it otherwise would have because of defendants hoarding. The Attorney General said if needed, Missouri would work with the Trump administration to identify and seize, listen to this, Chinese-owned assets. What Chinese-owned assets, you might ask? Farmland and other properties to collect during the judgment. Farmland? Why does, and this guy said it best, fuck is China doing owning land in this country? Like, this is crazy, man. We have really backdoored our own people, and it's good to see that Trump is trying to reverse a lot of this stuff, but I don't know how much he'll be able to do in 4 years, y'all. This is diabolical. So we shall see how this pans out, but this is a step in the right direction, man. Especially when you have China threatening us from a Chinese embassy here in the United States. The U.S. Chinese embassy sent a letter out saying we're ready to go to war with you, whether it's tax. They said tariff, something else, or something else. They said three things, and the last one was basically we'll go to war with you kinetically, like we'll go hot war with you. Insane, bro. Like, this shit is crazy, man. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but you know, a lot of people don't know this, and I wanted to highlight this. I asked Grok this earlier, because I knew it was true, but I just wanted to verify. I asked if Chinese citizens and corporations can buy and sell U.S. equities without capital gains. So it is true. So what they call NRAs, non-resident aliens, Chinese citizens who are not U.S. residents, do not hold a green card or meet the substantial presence test, are generally not subject to U.S. capital gains tax on the sale of U.S. stocks. This is because the U.S. does not impose capital gains tax on NRAs for profits from the sale of portfolio investments like stocks, unless the gains are effectively connected with a U.S. trade or business. Same with corporations. Chinese corporations that are not engaged in U.S. trade or business are generally not subject to U.S. capital gains tax on the sale of equities or stocks, as these are considered portfolio investments. So we allow these fools to come over here, buy land, get all types of subsidies on land, buy companies, buy and sell stocks, not get taxed on it. Now this shit has to stop. It has to stop. It has to stop. Didn't Trump say that during his speech? Yeah, I think so, bro. I think so. Yep. They've got, listen, they had, we actually shut down a Chinese police department in Manhattan, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. You think I'm joking? Let's grok that real quick. A Chinese police department. Just type this on Grok. Look at that. Yes, the United States effectively shut down an undeclared Chinese police station in Manhattan's Chinatown. This occurred following an FBI investigation that led to the closure of the outpost in the fall of 2022. Who was in office? Who was in control? Sleepy Joe. April 17th, 2023, 2 New York residents were arrested and charged with conspiring to act as agents of the Chinese government in obstructing justice. They were accused of operating this covert station on behalf of the Chinese Ministry of Public Security, specifically the Fuzhou branch, located in the office building in Lower Manhattan. So what happened to them? Did they actually go to jail? Yeah, we got to tighten up, ladies and gents. We have to tighten up. And that's it, man. That's it for tonight, ladies and gents. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget that scalping chart is available on TradingView. All you have to have is a basic TradingView account, nothing more, nothing less. A free level account on TradingView to access this. Sign up, $24 a month. It will be well worth it, mon frere. Let me tell you, it'd be well worth it. Look at these trades from just today. Ethereum trade. Look at that. From Sunday. We shorted on Sunday. All the way down. Then we went long, toggled back and forth, went long on Monday. Now, depending on your time zone, you might have not been up for that, but you definitely would have caught the short at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. All the way down. Now we're trying to figure out which direction we're going to go now. Currently short. Same thing with Bitcoin, man. Sunday went short. And went short again 10 a.m. this morning. Got all of that action. So sign up if you guys are interested in actively trading, helping with some of that during the. I would suggest trading these during high volume time. So like US zone, that's where I've seen it be most successful. I haven't traded the Asian zone, but you can try it out and you can modify it, and you can add the script to any other chart that you want. So pretty good tool. Check it out. It's your boy 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗫. That's the rundown for tonight. I'm out of here, people. Holla.
On the beat. It's the rundown. Everything you need to know. It's the rundown. Everything you need for show. It's the rundown. And I ain't even capping on this. Crypto blood covering every topic on this. Welcome to the show. Who didn't let me go? Breaking down the facts. There's more you need to know. Crypto politics and culture always keep it real. Teaching you the truth, showing you how I feel. Staying forward with me, and I break it down with ease. Every single day, bringing expertise. Current events and trends, I analyze with care. Knowledge is the power that we all can share. Yeah, y'all, hit that like button. Share the stream, and join the team. And you already know what the fuck going on. Shout out to my nigga 𝗙𝗘𝗘𝗫.
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.